In the Cup finals, Korea played a beautiful game. Everyone was connected, the ball was flying all over the court, shooters shot the lights out, which allowed them to dominate UC Irvine and make them the 2026 Jones Cup champion. In our prediction video, we gave the blueprint to defeat the college team that had yet to lose a game until that point. And actually, UC Irvine, I feel like it's the team that, they've been playing so well. You can force them off their game, because their game is really to play fast, dominate the transition game, and get easy baskets this way. If you can find a way, like if you make enough shots and you don't turn the ball over, if you make enough shots that they have to play in the half court and play you honestly, I think there's a chance, you can beat them. Korea, they'll need to have a very hot shooting game to have a chance. And sure enough, they shot 71% from 2 and made 15 out of 39 threes. This insane level of efficiency can be explained by their beautiful conceptual offense. They always know how to create and keep an advantage. Their spacing is superb, one defender can never guard two, the mid-range is lava, so shooters always move to relocate outside the three-point line, and the ball doesn't stick. In fact, everyone makes quick decisions, playing with a 0.5 mentality and letting the ball find the open guy. They only hunt high-quality shots and will often pass down a good opportunity to create a better one for a teammate. It's clear they mostly want to shoot layups and open catch-and-shoot threes, and they create a lot of good shots after getting a paint touch, and will punish you for overhelping. Like we highlighted in our prediction video, UC Irvine is great in transition, but can struggle scoring against a set defense. And here, it was very clear that Korea was going to pack the paint and not give them anything inside. They would go under on every ball screen and let them shoot as many contested long twos as possible. A bad shot is essentially like a turnover, so it also helped Korea get out in transition too. They knew the scouting report and they were disciplined to not foul and even force them into making some mistakes. And actually, sometimes the best offense comes from playing good defense and creating live ball turnovers. UC Irvine did have 17 offensive rebounds compared to just 6 for Korea, which means they had more shots. But if you only take long pull-ups and floaters, sure, you're gonna make some, but big picture, that's still a win for the defense.
We just got outmathed. And
the best offense for UC Irvine came in transition, when they could push the pace off a missed shot or a live ball turnover. Unfortunately for them, Korea didn't miss a lot of shots, and also managed to take care of the ball for most of the night. But when they did manage to get out in open space, these young college athletes managed to get to the rim and shoot high quality shots near the basket. In early offense, or when the defense was not completely set, they did a good job of setting pick and rolls and just trying to get to the rim as fast as possible. And they were always quick to throw the ball ahead to try to get to the rim as fast as possible and winning your race against your matchup. And again, if you were throwing the ball away and committing live ball turnovers, you were just feeding their offense, giving them a chance to stay in the game. But because Korea had such a great game plan and did such a good job of making their shots and not losing the ball over and over again, it wasn't enough to keep up with this super efficient offense. In a way, they just got outmatched. The most impressive thing about this Korean offense is their use of triggers in the half court to create an advantage and a high quality shot. And it seems they always know the right trigger to solve the coverage that they are facing. Like Mike D'Antoni says, the defense is always wrong, and it's for the offense to figure out in what way, whether it be to slip early to the basket because you already have separation, or on contrary, to hold the screen and allow the point guard to put his man in jail and find the open shooter in the corner because the low man was overhelping. Unlike set plays, concepts and triggers are very hard to cover because it leaves the players enough freedom to adapt to how the defense is going to guard them and answer with the right response to the coverage they're facing. They would go to pick and rolls, of course, but also pistol actions. They would have wing player running as fast as he can from the corner, drive downhill to the basket, Of course, they love going to the double stagger away to let their shooters get open, or create an advantage and get the screener open if the defense overcommits to the threat of the shooter. And one staple of their half-court offense is of course the Spain pick and roll, and find the right solution in the half-court depending on how the defense guards it. They seem to always make the right read in those actions and never force a pass, as they will always find the open guy who will get the best available shot for this possession. And they are very unselfish, and they really won't force it. If they see that they have two guys on them, they will notice it very quickly, and their timing is impeccable. It's like they've been playing together for years. Trying to throw them off their rhythm, UC Irvine switched to a 2-3 zone in the second quarter, but they should know that a conceptual offense loves playing against a zone defense, because in a way, they don't need to run anything to get the advantage. They just need to pass the ball around and find the open shooter. And that's what they did. They just pass the ball around, move to the open space, try to find the open guy, and don't force anything. And sometimes they would have to go far into a shot clock to try to create a good look, but they were patient with it, and they stayed true to their concepts, which is 0.5, one can't guard two, and the mid-range is lava. So you always have to relocate to the open space and keep driving the gaps of the defense until you create a high-quality shot. Sometimes just a simple ball screen can create an advantage on the two sides and an open corner three. Later in the game, when it was pretty much already over for UC Irvine, they started jacking up threes. But what strikes me is how they create those shots. Unlike Korea, they don't try to create an advantage and drive a ball inside. They take the first shot that's available to them, and that's pretty much a shot the defense wants you to take. But Korea is a team that's very connected, and they can communicate without even talk. When the ball gets to the coffin corners, they know to trap and to force a turnover right away, and they all know that's something they need to do. When they overplay the Spain pick and roll, they know that's an opportunity to throw an alley-oop to Hammonds. And when they don't do it, they know they can run the full play, and they try to read the defense accordingly. And in this case, Alvano knows he needs to drive to the basket and force the low man to make a decision between him and Hammonds, which leads to a layup. When they turn the ball over, of course, any conceptual offense knows they try to push the pace, but again, they don't take the first available shot. Everyone touches the ball, and it's the trailer that gets it last and finishes with a dunk in transition. This type of unselfishness is what makes the difference between a professional team with years of international playing experience and a college team which is still growing into their game and learning the ropes and how to play together at the highest level. And ultimately, this is why this Korean team was crowned champion of the 2026 Jones Cup.